people are literally telling me that it's illegal. And I was like, what? Hi, my name is Davi, and if you are new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 things that I found different between the Southeast and the Northwest. If you're new, I was born and raised and went to college and grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, and I just recently moved post-grad to Portland, Oregon. So there are a lot of differences between the Southeast and the Northeast that has been like super interesting to me. So I wanted to make a video about the differences that I have seen. And all of this is like my personal opinion and everything that I've been going through. I can't say if other people may or may not find this interesting or different, but to me, who was born and raised in Atlanta to be now living in Portland, it has been a super interesting experience. So I just wanted to share with y'all my top 10 things I find super different. So the first fact, which I found super interesting, is that you have to actually pay for bags at like supermarkets like Kroger, Walmart, Target. And like growing up in the Southeast, so you didn't have to do that. Like that was just like provided for you. Again, it's not that expensive. It's like 5 cents, maybe 2 cents, 10 cents, depending on like where you're at. But like I just like, it was like a culture shock to me because I was like going into like Walmart like the first night when we flew in here. And that's in my vlog. If you haven't seen like my vlog of me like flying over here, I'd definitely recommend it. But I was like confused because like I was in Walmart and I was like had to pay for bags. And the bags are like definitely thicker and like nicer quality than the ones that are in the Southeast. So I guess that makes sense. But it was just super interesting. So like when we went to IKEA, I bought like these huge like IKEA bags so that I can like keep them in my car for like groceries and stuff when I go grocery shopping. So then if I forget bags, I'm over here having to take multiple trips from my car to my apartment because I'm not trying to pay for bags because it's just like unnecessary. So it's definitely an interesting fact to have to like constantly remember, hey, before I need to leave the house, do I have bags? The second fact that was actually I think is like super interesting is that there's not a lot of minorities here, and I don't know if just the area that I live in or the area that I'm like frequently going to, I'm just like not in the right space to see other minorities like other African Americans, other Hispanics, but it's just like super interesting to me. I did go to a PWI for my university, and a PWI, if you don't know, is a primarily white institution. So it's not anything new to be the only person of color when I go into like church, for example, or when I go into a supermarket. But it is something that I constantly notice and I constantly think about. I just think it's interesting. So maybe I just need to like find my people, find my homies, or just, continue vibing like the way I've been vibing. I've been really enjoying this space, so we're vibing out. So the third thing, which is actually, I think, my favorite fact, I think, is the fact that you can't pump your own gas. Like there's literally it's literally a job to like pump people's gas. Like when you go into the gas station, there are people standing there to take your card from, you can't even get out the car. Like they take your card, put it in and fill your gas for you. And in the Southeast, like that's just not a thing. I've literally have never heard of that. Like when I first got here, I tried to do it myself and this guy came screaming at me telling me that it's literally illegal. Like it's literally illegal for me to shout out to August. But people are literally telling me that it's illegal. And I was like, what? So I just think it's super interesting because like I like grew up was when I was like 14, 15. Like my dad would like park the car and be like, go fill up the gas and be like, oh, okay, I got you. Like that's just like something that's normal. And here you just can't do that. You cannot do that. But then it's also interesting, like you aren't supposed to tip them either. Like I feel like that's something that you should be tipping, like, like a server, like someone has done a service for you and you're not supposed to tip them. So it's just kind of interesting. Along with the side of gas, like gas prices are way higher here. I'm paying like 3.80, 3.90, $4, while where I grew up, it was I don't think I've ever paid more than like $2.70 for gas. So that's definitely something that's like I need to be taking into account in my budget and stuff because like it's expensive and I just can't be doing that. Can't be spending all that money on gas. But I am trying to like explore the city, explore the like neighboring areas. I would love to go to Canada one day. I'm definitely going to California. So the gas will be worth it, but gas is way more expensive. Fourth thing is actually like the weather. I think the weather here is perfect. Honestly, like my favorite type of weather is like when it's really sunny outside, but it's like windy. So I love hoodies, as y'all know. I have a lot of them. And when you're able to like be outside and still be cold, like be cold enough to wear a hoodie, but not too cold, but still be hot. Like that's just like my kind of perfect weather. And that's what it is almost every single day here. It is so nice. It is so nice outside. So I really, really enjoy it. I'm like constantly having my windows open. My cat is like outside exploring. It's like super, super nice. But also, like, Portland is known for like a lot of rain. But the biggest difference between the type of rain here than versus like in Atlanta, it's like when it rained, it was like a tsunami. Like it is pouring like a constant downpour. And it would rain for maybe like, for example, like 2 hours and then it would be gone. Here, it will rain for like 2, 3 days, but it's like a slight drizzle. I haven't seen a tsunami type of rain where I'm like scared to go out and drive in it. It's literally like a sprinkle. So I don't know if I just haven't been here long enough to see like a tsunami type of rain, well, which I'm not really trying to see, but it's just like interesting because like the rain is different. Like it's like a sprinkle, just a constant sprinkle. The fifth thing, which is really really crazy to me, like on the highway, is the speed limits. Like the speed limits on these highways are like 50, 55 max. The speed limits in Atlanta are like 75 if you're going on like I-85. I think it's like 70 or 65. Mostly 65. I haven't seen a single 65 speed limit since I've been here. And I drove to like Seattle type vibes and I drove to like different places around the neighboring like different cities and everywhere is like 55. So it's really crazy to me how slow people are driving. But even though the speed limit is 50, 55, people are still going 70 miles per hour. So I'm just kind of confused as to why the speed limit's so slow. So I don't know. I thought it was different because I was like getting on the highway and I was going like my normal 65, like how it normally is on highway. And then I passed the thing and my like the car that I was driving at the time was telling me, "Hey, the speed limit is 50. You need to slow down." And I was like, why are we going so slow? So it was just kind of cool. The sixth thing is the fact that I think there's a different altitude here. I I looked up the numbers and it actually isn't that high, but like we are surrounded by like mountains here. So my ears pop all the time when I'm like driving. And there's like a certain highway where I used to drive on from where like the apartment was and like where my work is. And my ears would pop every single time I drove. And it's just like maybe I was just like getting acclimated to like the area and like the altitude and like all of that great stuff. But it was just kind of interesting. Like how it feels when you're like on an airplane, like going up and your ears pop. Like that's how it was. And it was just like all that pressure and stuff. So I just like constantly needed gum because like I don't like when my ears pop. And my ears were just constantly popping. So it's just kind of weird. The next fact is that there's no sales tax here. I think that's kind of cool. I guess it's like compensated with like the fact that you have to buy your own bags. I guess that makes a little bit of sense. I'm not good on economics. I don't know the structure of everything. I don't know how any of that works. That's not my forte. But I do think it's interesting that there is no sales tax. So if something is 99 cents, you actually pay just 99 cents. You don't pay anything more. So I think that's cool, and especially when you're buying like shoes and stuff at like the Nike store and stuff like that. Um, Stuff are heavily discounted and it's no tax. So it's kind of cool. The eighth thing, which I think is super cool, but super unfortunate as well, as I forgot to bring my bike, I forgot to ship it, is that there are a lot of bike lanes around this area. Like, all of these streets are very accommodating for pedestrians, while in Atlanta, it's not like that at all. Like, the person walking always has the right of way, but truly in Atlanta, it's not like that. Like people just be zooming. But here, everyone is walking, everyone is riding their bikes, and it's super cute. And I enjoy it. I like go out walking sometimes. I would bike, but I forgot to bring my bike. But it's super cool the fact that they're so accommodating for like people that are being active and stuff like that. So I thought that was super cool because literally all of the streets have bike lanes and they literally have signs. They have little like turning lanes for bikes. So it's super accommodating for like biking and other things like that. So I just thought that was really cool. The ninth fact is like in downtown, all of the streets are one way. And there's actually a lot of like one way streets as well, like throughout the city. And I just think that's super interesting because like there are a few one way streets like in downtown Atlanta, but not like every single street. Like it's literally like this, like in downtown Portland. And I just thought it was interesting because it's like, I sometimes don't know what street I'm going to. Like I'm using my GPS for everything because I don't know where I am. And I'm like I before I even turn, I have to check, hey, is this a one way street or not? Because I don't even know. And also within that, apparently it's legal. Like if you're going this way and someone and the one way street is going this way, you can make a left turn on a red light on a one way street. So like that's what another intern told me the other day. So I thought that was super cool. But yeah, there are a lot of one way streets here. The last fact of my experience is that people are just like significantly nicer here. I don't know if I'm just like surrounding myself with the right people in the right environment, but people are just really, really nice. They're very accommodating. Like my neighbors are super nice. The people at church, super nice. Like the new hires that are with me at my job, super nice. And like it's not like people aren't nice like where I grew up, but like they're just so much nicer here. And like I don't really know why. Like I'm just like this random girl that just like moved across the country. Like you're not obligated to help me or be nice to me, but people are like going out of their way to like help me with things. So I just like I'm like really appreciative of that, and I try to also be nice to other people in ways that I can, either online and streaming or like helping my neighbor with something. So it's super cool, I think, how nice people are. It's like a huge like neighborhood vibe. Um so I just like that a lot. So if you watch this whole video, I really really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. These are just like some 10 facts that I thought was super cool and different from where I grew up. Again, this is my own experience. Maybe other people have realized, yeah, people in Portland are not nice, and that's okay. Like everyone is different. Everyone's experience is their own. Um, I do stream regularly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch around 6 to 7 Pacific time if you want to come hang out with your girl. And I also be posting on TikTok pretty regularly. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.